This is a spoiler talk about all the Archie issues. We're starting with issues 1 through 10 and working our way through the whole series. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you're going to have to read along with us, or you could just listen. This is a podcast, so don't expect any visuals. Just turn off your phone, do something else, put it in the back room while you work, or listen to it while you go to sleep. Have fun.
Son of a bitch!
This man is really on some other stuff when he does that. It's like Bud
Collyer,
thing.
You know, when he played Superman, Bud Collyer was like, "Oh, this is a job for Superman." You know.
It's like, why'd you get so quiet, my guy?
That's all he ever says too. Now recording. All right, you start.
All right, everyone. Hey, welcome to this new thing that I'm trying out. I decided that I should read the Archie comics because I've been loving IDW, and everyone says the Archie comics are also good. I read a few of them as a kid. And I did like what I read, the parts of it that I did read, the 25 years later storyline, and I think I read a bit of the portion of Mecha Sally and a bit of Mega Man, and that was about it. I didn't get to read much because I was a kid with no money. So that was my experience with Archie before this, but I decided, hey, let me actually get through the first 10 issues, and I have a friend with me. You might know them as the person who made the boss music for Sonic GT. Would you introduce yourself?
Hi. Gee, I haven't really been best known for that. I haven't really. I don't know how to say shit. I don't fucking. Anyway, I'm a super toxic Ken Penders fan.
Well, I felt that having this guy on, who is completely different from me, because I like Ian Flynn in IDW. He hates that stuff. So it'd be great to have two different perspectives. So I don't have the comment section constantly telling me X, Y, and Z. Now I can just have them fighting against each other.
Why Z though?
Because there's always Z. There's always Z. There's one
guy. Yeah, I think his name is I don't know, Z. Who else is very new? Oh, that person on Twitter that I know. They're a cool human being. Anyway, the first 10 Archie comics. These are actually not the first 10. There is a 4-issue miniseries that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those. I always see it when I look up the series, and then I go like, "Well, that's 1991." Or 1992. Oh, I thought it was 91. I'm dumb. But
they did those comics to promote Sonic 2, and I first thought it was Len Jansen who created the Sat AM Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too sure on that now, because Len Jansen also did Real Ghostbusters. I prefer J. Michael Straczynski.
Huh? Actually, man, I really need to do Ghostbusters at some point. I need
to. No. Let's do Sonic.
Yeah. But like the first 10 issues, I was surprised. Like the thing is, I knew that I know the how Archie goes. It goes from a gag comedy to something more serious, and then becomes in a lot, not in my opinion, but in the general consensus, it feels like it gets too serious. Then it
Too serious? I'm sorry. I have seen Too Serious. Too Serious would be like taking Batman and turning him into a killer.
So Batman v Superman.
I was thinking All-Star Batman and Robin.
But hey, like I said, I'm just going by the general consensus from what I've heard, not my opinion.
You have been lied to.
It gets easier, and then it gets and then it gets more lighthearted and balances serious a little bit, like by the end of its run. But
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah. Again, general consensus.
So the cover for issue 1, it was drawn by Dave Manek. I'm not as much of a fan of Dave Manek because when Dave Manek goes into modern Sonic's era, shit gets weird.
Oh, it's like it gets weird. For
the
me,
art does.
For me, reading this beginning portion is actually kind of it's like the thing is I actually remember reading the first chapter because it was free on the Archie app, so I actually read the first issue before.
Wait a damn minute! There's an Archie app?
There was back in the day. The only reason I knew is because on the back of 25 years later, there was like let me walk over there and grab it. Yeah, there was a Sonic Comics. There was a download your Sonic Comics app. There was an app specifically just for buying the Sonic Comics in a very convenient way, and that's how I read it because it was one of the free issues. I don't know why one of the free issues was 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Which I remember that title way too well, but like
which issue was that?
Issue I think it was either right before the Genesis wave or right after the Genesis wave was fixed and Sally became Mecha Sally. And I don't know why that chapter was free. It's so weird to me because I was like, why is this a free chapter? This seems like a very important issue.
All right, so let's start with Meet Me at the Corner of Hedgehog and Vine, Part 1.
Yeah. The first issue, right?
Yeah, the first issue.
Yeah. I actually liked this. I liked it. It was entertaining. Like it's like masterful writing or anything, but I like it. It was pretty fun. It was pretty entertaining. Had a good plot and a good gag with
yeah, Mike Gallagher. Mike Gallagher had a really great sense of humor.
Yeah, that's one thing that stays consistent throughout these first 10 issues. I did find them all relatively funny, even though I did find the fact that there's like 2 or 3 stories per issue a little weird because I'm used to issues just being 1 20-page issue or something. But after I got used to that, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is fun.
So the writer of this story was, as I mentioned, his name was Mike Gallagher. And he is the longest running writer in that series, going from the beginning all the way up to 2009.
Yeah, that's how many years is that? 1993 to 2009. That's like 15 years ish right there, give or take. 15, 16 years, something like that.
Most likely. Like the cover, it was penciled by Dave Manek. Bill White was the inker. Bill Yoshida was the letterer. I can't pronounce that name. Is it Lyrad?
I have no idea. I'm bad at names. It's like Lyrad Nabletti.
Namletti. They were the colorist. I don't know if it's a he or a she, probably trans. Daryl Edelman was the editor supreme. So this was before Scott Fulop or Justin Gabri. We start off with Dr. Robotnik hanging Sonic. Well, ain't that some shit?
It's cartoony enough where it's not even dark. It's like one of those things where it's like, well, as a kid, you're like, I get the point. I get the idea.
Yeah, but Mr. Obvious, Sonic's tongue is green.
It's a very entertaining picture, though.
He's like, So Dr. Robotnik is like, you've ruined my evil schemes for the last time. Considering this series went on for 290 issues, I don't think it was the last time, Chief.
Yeah, and then he got like then they came then like I
Let's
think
not.
his...
No. Spoilers.
Okay.
I'm like River Song in this bitch. Anyway, so while Dr. Robotnik hangs Sonic, he breaks the Sonic. It turns out it was a toy, a mechanical toy. It was a piñata. How ironic that 4Kids would later dub a show about piñatas.
They would? Wait, what show was that?
Viva Piñata, of course.
That got a TV show? I knew that was a video game, but I didn't know that was a TV show.
Starring Dan Green.
Of course it is. It's 4Kids. Everything stars Dan Green at 4Kids.
Not everything. Anyway, Dr. Robotnik is like, how pathetic. Me, the great Ivo Robotnik, reduced to hitting a piñata, made to look like my sworn enemy.
Oh my goodness! It is really entertaining. It's a good way to start the issue. It's a good way to start the issue. I do find it funny that they do start the issue with Eggman instead of Sonic, because like usually, like you think you want to start it with your title character.
This is early, so he's Dr. Robotnik.
He's been Eggman for so long, man. He was
I
Eggman
don't give a
Japan.
fuck, Keisha.
I love how people are like when it comes to Fang the Weasel, people go like, well, in the Japanese, his name was Fang,
Knack.
So we should start or
Knack.
Knack. It was like Knack. Yeah. It's like in
Archie,
Japanese,
he's called Knack.
Yeah, it's like okay. In Archie, he's called Knack. That means that in Japanese, he was called Fang or something. Which one is the Japanese name?
Fang the Sniper.
Fang the Sniper is the Japanese name.
He looks more like a wolf than a weasel, to be honest.
Apparently, he's like a mix of like 3 different animals or something.
That is some shit. I'm going to ignore that.
He's
Anyway,
like the only canonical Sonic character that is a hybrid.
A hybrid, probably a bisexual.
Maybe, we don't know.
And I can make that joke. I am too.
Yeah, maybe he is, but we don't.
Anyway. Oh, and this crab. I forgot the name of that robot. That badnik.
Crab meat.
Crab meat, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That crab meat's like, oh, but it's so good, Master. Try one of these caramel creams. And the SWAT bot comes in and he just gives Robotnik a plant. About as much of a plant as Jumex is. Anyway, and the Dr. Robotnik just whacks this SWAT bot, killing the human inside. Are roboticized. SWAT bots are roboticized human beings.
Well, now that's a spoiler, because I did not know that.
Well, if you watch Sat AM, then you know.
Well, in Sat AM, there was no humans.
Why do you think the SWAT bots are there? They're all SWAT bots.
Because Eggman just made them, because he's a machine guy. Like, he made a lot
of
No,
you gotta understand. He made the human SWAT bots. That's why there are no humans in Sat AM.
They never said that. They never said that.
I know the story editor never said that, but Ben Hurst. You gotta understand. Ben Hurst.
That's like when the writers of Endgame said stuff about Captain America traveling back in time outside of the movie that made sense, but it's like, but it wasn't in the movie, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense in the movie, so it doesn't matter what you say outside of the movie.
I thought you were talking about Sonic, and I was gonna say spoilers.
I know. Nah, I know Sonic's the original Endgame, but...
Yeah. Anyway, the SWAT bot says the plant is not organic. It's mechanical. I called it Krudzu. What's that? Look, it's basically just mechanical piranha plants
Pretty
from
much.
Super Mario.
I I guess yeah, they won. I do like
Or-
how I do.
Or
the
maybe
thing
it's
is,
maybe it's a mechanical version of the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
oh, that actually would make actually more sense when you think about how the story goes in this first issue. But
Spoilers. Anyway, this Dave Manick penciled this to have this krudzu, you know,
mhm.
as you can clearly see, the krudzu is all over the crab meats. You know,
Yeah, it's trying to eat him.
it's trying to eat his ass. Anyway, a most interesting concept. It is very interesting. So he asked the swap out how he can use it against the freedom fighters, and he just points to this Grounder character. I know it's not the Grounder, but look at him.
Yeah. I think he's one of the enemies in Hilltop Zone.
No, it looks more like one of the enemies in Aquatic Ruin.
Oh yeah, no, Aquatic Ruin. You're totally right. I'm dumb. Yeah, it closer to that. It's like a mix of multiple. That's actually what I find weird about this comic. It's like this comic is like very odd because like a lot of people associate this with Sad AM because they share the same characters, but like the comic is just like the comic actually tries to do more game representation than the
As
TV
we'll
show
see,
ever did.
as we'll see with issue 25, but spoilers.
Mhm.
So basically, he's like, observe how he digs a trench while spreading the seeds of destruction.
Observe how he digs a trench while spreading the seeds of destruction. What a wonderfully sinister plan.
That is not Jim Cummings.
I'm not trying to do Jim Cummings. I can't. No one could do Jim Cummings but Jim Cummings. All right, I'm not going to insult the man by trying to imitate him.
What about Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh. I've never
Same
tried
actor.
it. I can't. I know. He also does.
What about
Kid.
Negaduck?
Also Jim Cummings was Scar. No. He was Scar singing. He was singing Scar. Because Scar couldn't reach Jeremy Irons couldn't reach the notes for some of the notes in Be Prepared. So Jim Cummings had to take over for some of the higher notes because that's how good Jim Cummings is. Because Jim Cummings was, I think he was the crazy hyena, if I remember correctly. The one that barely said any words and mostly just laughed all the time. And then they said, "Hey, can you do Scar for like half a second?"
Oh, and some people have been lying about how the Lion King was ripping off Kimber the White Lion.
Oh, but, yeah, no, I watched the YMS video.
Oh, good. Video. Anyway, we cut to Antoine and Sonic, and I can't do French like my friend Rocket Punk can, because he's been saying that the French accent in Sad AM was fake.
Well, obviously, it was a parody of French because, let's be honest, Antoine is a very dated racist stereotype. Like, let's just be honest.
But how is it racist? He's white.
It's racist because, he's cowardly, and the joke is that French are cowardly. And, he's sniveling and weak.
So that's why he talked crap about Glass Joe. Anyway.
But yeah, it's like that's why he's a dated racist stereotype.
Speaking of French, Antoine doesn't have that in this issue.
Yeah. Now that like his name is French, and Antoine de Coulette, which is obviously French. Yeah, it's obviously French, but he doesn't do a lot of the French accent. Okay, actually, quick question: which came out first, the comic or the Sad AM?
The comic, 1992.
Oh, well, I mean this specific issue one. This specific issue.
I'm not too sure, but I do know it came out in 1993.
And the show came out in like 1993, if I remember correctly.
Same year, yeah.
Because like something that just like is really odd is just like how desync the shows are. Like Sally's design hasn't been updated to the one that's in the TV in the TV show, even though for these whole first 10 issues, I don't know when her design finally changes, but like
that's because they were going off of prototype designs from Deke and that Japanese man that Trent Dalton's been talking about.
So basically they made a lot of these comics super far in advance.
Maybe a little too far. Because in the miniseries, Sally's hair was actually blonde in that miniseries. And I thought it was an error, but one of my friends told me that they were going off of really early concept art for Sally.
This was technically good planning, but also bad planning because Deke and all of them at Sad AM just kept changing things until the first episode finally aired because they really just kept changing it. So it's like it makes sense why they were like late to the party because like because like everything Sonic related. It's always rushed. I don't think there's only been like 1 or 2 Sonic games that haven't been rushed, and that's Sonic Forces. And that and technically that was still rushed. I know, and it's technically still rushed, even though they still had all that time, and they still rushed it, but they didn't have an excuse. It's like I don't know why Sonic has just never like Sonic and rushed game. I guess Sonic Lost World wasn't rushed. It seems like that game just came out when it wanted to.
Sonic Lost World was shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, we could say if it's good or bad, but I'm just talking about is it rushed?
Let's talk. We're going off topic here.
I
was gonna say Sonic was talking about the way that Sally puts the map on the cave. Why is it a cave? Whatever happened to the fucking village?
Yeah, it's like this first issue. The first 10 issues in general, it's like before they really had a lot of stuff finalized because they live underground currently. And like that's just a fact of life for like the longest time this entire time. You know what? One thing that I think we should do, we probably shouldn't go panel by panel because then we will be here all day doing 10 issues.
So basically, let's just do a highlight.
Yeah, let's just go through it.
So fucking Antoine is like, why doesn't she ever notice me? Notice me, senpai!
I do find it. The thing is, the reason why I like the writing is just like he's out here, like just trying to. He's like, man, no one's.
He's out here simping,
and then he's out here, nobody noticing me. But then they're like, he's like, man, they're having an important conversation. They're like, so maybe an aluminum frame, you know? Like, I think it's like I think that would work. It's like they're just talking about meaningless stuff, and then they even ask him his opinion on it.
He's lost in his thoughts, and brother, that's lost. That's very funny. I heard. Speaking of Sonic, I heard from my friend Tammy that Carl Bollers wrote Sonic to be like a black guy.
Well, he was voiced by Jaleel White.
Exactly. Anyway,
Sonic was a black guy. I do find it funny that Sonic was a black guy first.
even after the Yuji Uekawa design came up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I mean, it makes sense for Sonic to be a black guy with how much he's associated with gangster and graffiti culture. So even his Sonic Adventure was graffiti culture adjacent. That's what it was based off of. So it makes sense why Sonic would be considered black in some people's eyes.
I do love me some Jet Set Radio.
Jet Set Radio, man. I love.
Anyway, Antoine gets Antoine just turns out to be in a little pickle with the plants from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, they really
the kudzu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so
we get
just
to see the
Sonic
first Sonic spin. We get to see the first Sonic spin. Let's go, bro.
The Sonic spin. Why couldn't Mike just call it the spin dash? It was in the back of the cover. The Super Sonic Spin Dash.
Oh my gosh. Sonic's names. The names for Sonic's moves, bro. I can't.
Ay. Sonic Wind. Oh, hurry, Sonic. This weird plant is all over the place. I see a little bit of tentacle hentai.
Yeah, it could have easily been that way.
But Dave Manick didn't do that.
Thank goodness they had restraint. Maybe if Sally had the newer the design she had later, they wouldn't have. But currently, they had restraint.
What's wrong with Sally's? Never mind.
Boobs. Boobs.
Yeah. What about them? What about tits? What about tits? Yeah, that's Rouge's job. Come on now.
At least
Anyway,
had covering.
Anyway,
yeah. Then Tails waters the. Oh, Sonic has blue arms in this panel.
Wait, what?
I'm looking at the panel after Tails waters the plants, and when they're all like, "Oh no, he watered it! These things are gonna go crazy, bruh!" And like, I'm looking at Sonic's arms; they're blue. That's like the second time I've noticed that in these.
So what page?
Page 4. At least it says 4 on the page. I don't think that's actually page 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. Oh, it's page 4 after Meet the Corner of Hedgehog and Vine. Like that's when they start counting the pages all of a sudden again, because it's part 2. So
that's not blue. That's not blue arms.
Yeah, I'm looking at the page right now. It's blue arms.
I don't see blue arms. I'm looking at my higher quality scans.
Because like I'm looking at this, like let me see if I can save image as.
You're looking at Read Comics Online. That is not high quality enough.
But like, it's kind of like, how low quality can it be where it makes the colors wrong?
No, that's just the printing. My scans are 1 megabyte.
Because I'll just post this in Sonic.
You'll just post it in Sonic.
Yeah, because in the Sonic chat, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
talking. This next page is literally just Robotnik looking at what's happening, and he just sends a bunch of buzz bombers to.
But yeah, I sent it in the Sonic chat. You should be able to see it.
Oof. Let me see this shit. Who colored this shit? Who colored this again? Lyrad?
Yeah, I think it was Lyrad. Yeah, Lyrad Namleti.
My pussy hurt. And Lyrad Namleti.
Yeah, and also, this isn't the first time I've seen it in the Sonic Spinball chapter that comes up. Sonic has blue arms again. It's just a constant error that the colorist seems to make. It's kind of funny how it's almost a running gag how bad sometimes they'll let that slide.
Yeah, anyway, so anyway, this next scene has Dr. Robotnik sending in a bunch of buzz bombers to do whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think it was to attack them. It was just to attack them because he thought that they'd be weakened. Which isn't the only time he's done that, because I remember him doing. Oh, I just noticed the buzz bomber going in the wrong direction. All these background gags, bro.
Yeah, the background gags by Dave Manick.
Yeah,
they might not be spaz, but they're not even close.
But so then after that, the plants end up exploding. Then Rotor, because this is before Tails was the smartest person alive, and now Rotor is. And before Sega said Tails and Eggman are the only people allowed to be inventors.
That's Mike Pellerito, but let's not get into that. No,
that's actually in the Sonic Bible. That's in the Sonic Bible.
Who wrote the Sonic Bible? Who wrote the Sonic Bible?
The people who had Sonic Team.
I don't believe you. Anyway, the plants seem to explode.
Yeah, they explode, and Rotor looks at it, and Tails makes a bad pun.
On the cutting edge. God damn it.
And then rain comes, so the Freedom Fighters don't even have to do anything, and then Eggman blames other people for his problems. Yeah,
it's just like, tired of you. Anyway,
Then the second half of the first issue is You Bet My Life. And this one,
Wait, hang on. Bumper stickers. Honk if you heart Sonic. Have you hugged your hedgehog today?
God, Sonic was big in the 90s.
I'd rather be playing Sonic the Hedgehog. If you read this, you should be reading Sonic comics. Well, I am, and I am having so much fun. Thanks, Ian.
The thing is,
fucking moron.
Reading these Archie comics made me really realize how big Sonic was in the 90s and how violent the console war was. Because the thing is, like, I was reading one of the fan letters and they were like, Robotnik and Mario have a lot in common. They're both fat, ugly, and stupid and slow. And I was like, hey, bro, like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious, my guy. It's just
the way you said stupid, it sounded like you were talking about 6ix9ine. Stupid, fucking dummy. Are you dumb?
Oh man, I'm still waiting for 6ix9ine to get shot after what he did.
What did he do?
Be snitching in the rap game, I guess. Oh, he snitched on everybody. So like, I'm waiting for he snitched on people with.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Snitching.
Wait, part one.
Yeah. Or they changed his name to Rotor. Oh my gosh, this comic is so old.
Michael Gallagher. Writer. Dave Manek, Bill White, Bill Yoshida, Lyra, Namledi.
I swear they wrote this in 1992. 1992 and released in 1993. Backlog of issues, I swear.
It's our only hope, Boomer.
But all right. Let's kind of quickly go through this one. This one is also pretty fun though. They call Sonic to hold up a map, and then he goes to basically Casino Night Zone, and which is it's kind of funny. It's very Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. How he just walks into Casino Night Zone, but and just is there for like the whole comic, and like a robot tries to freaking get a bribe out of him. As he's getting, he's like, did you say $1 as in $1? Man, that's like, bro, I thought, which makes no sense because I remember vehemently later where Robotnik banned money, which basically means I guess Robotnik would technically be a socialist, wouldn't he? Because
technically,
because he banned money, so all that matters is trading goods. So like, I don't know why this robot's trying to get money out of Sonic when money doesn't exist. Biggest plot hole, 0 out of 10. I dropped this whole franchise.
Biggest plot hole, 0 out of 10. Mike die in a hole. Not really.
Mike Gallagher ruined the franchise. Oh my god.
Mike Gallagher ruined the entire Sonic franchise, Froggy.
Oh, and then after Eggman sees Sonic and Sonic thinks he's still hidden, he gets in, watches this whole presentation, and that's when he introduces the Orbinaut, which is one of the most annoying enemies in Sonic 1. So,
what about? Well, there are Orbinaut variations in 2, 3, and
and
Adventure and Sonic Mania.
Yeah, they're in all those games, but in Sonic 1, that's when they're the most annoying.
That's because they're in Labyrinth Zone.
Exactly. They're so annoying. They're so annoying. Like in Sonic 3, they're non-issues because if you play the game long enough, you get good with the Insta Shield, bruh. Not even a competition. But what I do like in the second part of this issue, because this is when the issue actually starts picking up in the second part where Eggman puts him in the freaking pinball machine, which is just like
so it is Sonic Spinball.
It's really I know, right? It's like Sonic Spinball on Casino Night because
I'm expecting Howard Drawson to pop in and just go.
Bruss. There's like, have you listened to the menu music, the options music for Sonic Spinball?
Oh, the fucking ear
Oh my gosh, I hate that music so much. Who let that in? I get it. Sega was the only people who were good enough to work with the Genesis synth, but that doesn't mean you get the excuse to be that bad.
was actually that wasn't the Genesis Sith. It was a thing made by a bunch of Americans. It was called Gems, and the only people to use it in a good way, the only person actually, is Tommy Tallarico.
Oh, wow.
And what a coinky dink! Both Tommy Tallarico and Howard Drosten worked on Sonic and the Black Knight.
Sonic and the Black Knight 2. Oh man, it sucks that Howard Johnson is the guy who did Sonic R, right?
Richard Jacques.
Richard Jacques. Okay, yeah, Richard Jacques did Sonic R. Man, it sucks that Richard Jacques was like. I love Sonic R soundtrack. I hate that he's kind of an asshole. T Lopes and his sister did like a remix of "Can You Feel the Sunshine," and then the whole
I didn't like it.
He was so unnecessarily rude. It was like, dude.
Well,
stop.
what do you expect from an Article 13 supporter?
What's an Article 13? I forgot.
It's meant to be square! Sorry, that was a stink bug.
But like, what's Article 13 again?
Memes banned. Fucking moron.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, that dude was horrible, bruh. I was like, you didn't need to be mean like that. Even if you didn't like it. Like, you could just not like something, but you don't have to be incredibly rude, especially if you're the person who made the song. Like,
yeah.
That was kind of rude. That was unnecessary.
Kind of. What do you mean, kind of? It was extremely rude.
Extremely unnecessary, I guess. Yeah.
Unnecessary, rude.
But like, okay, but like after Sonic is in the pinball machine.
Fuck you, stink bug! Go fuck yourself. It's hip to be square.
But after Sonic gets out, the thing is, I do like this.
It's hip to fuck bees.
I love the way that he gets out of it. I look like where he just scratches the glass with his spines and stuff, because this is when Sonic's hair was. It was before they knew that Sonic hair wasn't just a mohawk, and it was actually supposed to be multiple spines.
Sorry for the anger outburst. There were 3 stink bugs in my room.
Oh yeah, that's annoying. But like yeah, this is when Sonic was had the mohawk look instead of just a normal. I
gotta be honest. Despite me being an American canon man, I'm not a big fan of the American mohawk.
Yeah, it's
not even just for Sonic in general.
Really? For me, I just never grew up with it. Like, it wasn't my design that I grew up with. I've always grown up with like Sonic X's. Like, I've grown up with what's that guy's name? I can't remember his name right now. He's good. I love him. I love his artwork. Man, I'm forgetting his name. The guy who redesigned Sonic for Sonic Adventure.
Yuji Wakawa.
Yes, that guy. Yeah, that guy. I love his artwork for Sonic the most. That's like my favorite.
Yuji Wakawa is my second favorite Sonic artist.
Yeah, for me,
who's my first? The only artist who I actually genuinely stand, Patrick Spaziante.
Yeah, Patrick Spaziante. Knew it was coming. But
anyway, let's go back to the Sonic Spinball thing in Casino Night.
Yeah, he was beating the thing, then he figured out a way to get out in a pretty clever way, and then breaks out of it, destroys the whole spinball machine. Now, this is bullcrap. He deflected the shots of the Orbinaut. Sonic could not do that till Sonic 3 when he got the Insta Shield. So this is wrong.
That is some bullshit, Mike. Did you not play Sonic 2, you fucking moron?
You not play the game? You can't
fucking moron.
You can't deflect shots in that game. My God.
Fucking moron.
Man, I can't stand this. Yeah, then Sonic gets out of there and blows up the whole place. And
the third story is Sonic the Hedgehog in I'd like to think. Where Boomer.
They just read a fan letter, basically.
They just read a fan letter.
And the fan letter, like, which is so dumb. I love it's dumb, but I like it. But like it's like how they have the names. It's like let's check it out. I'll start with ultrasonic speed. My legs are still visible. Okay, let's move up to supersonic. No, not yet. Now let's jump into transonic. Yeah, now they're getting blurry.
Transonic.
Then,
oh my god.
It's like
That is some crazy shit.
I'm like, but why though?
Why can't you just go to Light Sonic? You know, like Light Speed or Ludicrous Sonic.
But I never heard of trans as a speed. I've never heard of that in my entire life until now. Like until I read this issue. I was like,
I only heard of trans as a gender because because I had an never mind.
All right. Okay.
So next the next story actually is Sonic the Hedgehog in fast food, which is basically just Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, they just made food and it was a simple gag.
Hell's Kitchen. No Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Okay, so then let's move on
to issue 2.
You know what? Actually, I think we talked about issue 1 so long. That's enough for like a full episode within itself somehow. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop the recording, then I'm gonna start up a new recording, and then just air these things separately. And so,
wow, couldn't you just split up the recordings?
I could do that, but making new recordings would also just be easy.
You right.
It's like then I could just label them and not have to keep inputting a whole file and then splitting up the file. It makes it way easier to do this. So I'm gonna tell the homie to leave. Who's Clyde? How did this bot get in here?
Who is Clyde is gay.
All right. I'm gonna tell the homie to leave.
Oh my god, why am I watching footage from Prometheus?
All right.
Oh my god, that's so creepy. Ridley, why?